Hi, friends. Good evening. This is Aisha from Young's Paper Creations. Thank you so very much for all of the birthday wishes that came my way. You're most kind. Thank you very much, my subscribers. I've had a fantastic, very thought provoking day today. I spent my birthday first attending um, a funeral for a lovely, lovely uh, friend and prayer provider, someone that intervened with the angels and God and heaven on my behalf, and not just myself, but for many others. And today was so much more evident as to the kindness of this lovely older lady. She, as some tend to do, she took me under her wing and would call me at random times, just letting me know that she is thinking of me and loves me and praying for me, and passed away on Valentine's Day. And many are saying how apt it was that she would pass on Valentine's Day when she was so loving and kind to young and her, regardless of age, she loved individuals, but more so young people. She took to them greatly. And so I attended her funeral just to pay my last respects. And, just knowing that I will never be hearing her voice, at least audibly now, until we meet again, I pray. Um, so that was a great loss, but just realization of how loved we are and how much we can take examples from such wonderful examples. And I got a chance to make a delivery and drop off some journals to some lovely folks who have been so kind to contribute papers uh, to my wonderful blessing part-time shtick. And so I got a chance to do the two things that I love, you know, and not attending a funeral necessarily, but just showing my respects and showing kindness in return, and just giving back when it came to the journals. And so being a blessing is important to me. Now, I'm here tonight after all of that jabbering because there was a question on Facebook today and I answered. And the question was, what's one thing that we cannot live without when it comes to paper crafting? And I couldn't stop myself. I said two things. And then I said, okay, I'll narrow it down to one thing. And what did I say it was? I think I said paper trimmer. And so I thought I'd come to you today and show you some of the additives that I just cannot live without. And there's so many, and to you, you might voice the same expression. Um, I'll start off because I can go on forever. Ruler. I cannot live without ruler. This is a Tim Holtz, but any ruler will do if it's going to get me the job. So a ruler is one thing that I must have when it comes to my paper crafting. I don't know how many of you would say that, but I've narrowed down what, one, two, three, four, five, six, at least seven things I need, eight things I need to have when I'm doing my paper crafting. At least that I can do my paper crafting comfortably until I get what else that I need. So that's a ruler. The next thing for me has been for many years a glue tape. Now, this glue tape, you can use many glue tapes, they vary whether you get them from Michaels or Hobby Lobby. But Dollarama in Canada, I've been getting these glue tapes and they have been my lifesaver, and they're a dollar. I think they went up to 25 cents. So they're $1.50 and they're quite useful. They get the job done, and I'm always concerned when I can't get my hands on one, and I sometimes I pause crafting until I get to the next day to go and pick some up. So I really, really depend on on this glue tape here from Dollarama. But any glue tape will do the job. Now the glue stick is another thing because I know when the glue stick dries, it hardens once again. So some people are very much against that. I'm not too much concerned about that once my work is nice and neat and I, use it, you know, I don't use a whole lot. I just use what I need and it gets the job done fast. Sometimes I'm so impatient for my creation. So I try to do a good job, not to have too much used, because if you use too much, then it definitely leaves a noticeable raised effect that can be unpleasant. But overall, the glue stick is a blessing many times over, but you have to be quick when you use the glue stick. And I know they're varied. There's I forgot the name of it, but there's one type of glue stick that allows you some work time just a little bit longer in between, and some of you are aware of what I'm speaking of. All right. Another thing that I cannot do without, of course, is the glue gun, and they vary. You could get some from Dollarama, from anywhere. Right now I've taken to using the Art Minds, because I thought perhaps the tip would be a little bit smaller. It's not too bad, but it's not the tiniest of tip, and should I get my hands on one and it's affordable, I would get it. But I love my glue guns. Of course, you need the glue gun for the glue stick. We cannot use the glue stick without the glue gun, can we? Ha ha, Aisha. All right. And the trimmer. Now, this is the Friskers, and of course, we've got a variety, Martha Stewart and such. I've been using the Friskers for a while, and it's quite durable. It gets the job done. If I could change one thing, I would love the same size, but I would love for it to be one where I do not have to change the blade, only because it is expensive, and it's at least 12 something in Canada, 12.99. And so when you have your 50% off, it's good to get. But of course, you could only use your 50% off one at a time, which sucks. But yes, getting these, you get a pair when you buy them. You get two in a pack. The blades. But if you do a lot of cutting and you're making lots of journals and paper cutting, then the blade goes dull. Now, one of the tricks I've come to realize is that if you take off the blade and you turn it the opposite way, you get extra usage. I found that out and I'm loving it. And I've had this for a while, and I got this particular one only because I've tried another one. I forgot which one it was. And over time, the markings, the lines, started to fade. So the Frisker solves that problem if you're looking for one. Now, I went to the States sometime last year, and I was so on the hunt for a blade that would not require changing. So I was able to get the Swingline paper trimmer, and what I love about it is that I can cut at least 5 or 6 all at once sheets of paper. What I don't like is that if it's a single sheet of paper, it is not quite sturdy enough to manage the blade, so it warps the cut, and it's not always the straightest. And I dislike that. You cannot imagine how much I dislike that. But as the saying goes, when the hand is in the tiger's mouth, you pat its head. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're continuing on with what I cannot live without easily when it comes to paper crafting, and that is a pair of scissors. Very difficult to do your crafting without a pair of scissors. This is a must for me, at any rate. Sure, when we're making a number of if you're making cards, if you're making pockets or something, it's quite stylish for us to tear with our hands and get that lovely line that would give us that just rugged, shabby look. But we're not always looking for that. So the scissors, very important. Another thing that I've been enjoying very much happens to be my crocodile, and I love this very much because I've come to depend on this for decorating my journals, um, when I'm doing tags or anything like that. I just love this crocodile. And of course, this is the memory keepers. I'm still getting used to my numbers for changing of the, the usages of it properly in terms of um, the eyelets, but nevertheless I love it, and I just play around with it until I get it to work just right. But I love it. Sorry about that. I just got a call that was coming through. Um, what else? I there's one thing else I cannot live with. Oh, the obvious. I cannot live without paper. I love paper. And of course, my paper crafting friends, you as well love paper. And if you've not realized it, I'm sure we had no idea how addicting and addictive working with paper could have been. But my golly, good golly, Miss Molly. I just love papers, and of course, you love papers, I know. And the more beautiful they are, the most vintagey looking they are, is the more we dive into our work and create. And it is so amazing. You've got more books than you can handle in your lifetime, I'm sure, and paper pads. I am the same. Does that stop us? No, because we love paper, we love creating, and my friends, these are some of the things I cannot live without. Last but not least, the what are these guys called again? The the oh, you know what I'm speaking about? The ooh, this. Oh my goodness. It is 10 something, guys, and it's my birthday. I've had a full day, you know, um, but I know what this is, and my mind is not there right now. What is it? You know what it is, but I cannot live without this. And they vary in their shapes, and this was one of a pair. The other one is under my papers, as you already know how that goes. So these are some of the things that I cannot live without. I love them. And if I've got all of these items around me, then I can craft. But I definitely go bunkers if I'm without my glue stick. And I know I can't do jack if I don't have my paper trimmer and if I don't have my paper. Okay? Guys, we love paper crafting. We love creating and blessing people. And like many of you have discovered, selling our journals seldom brings back what we've put into it. That's why we need to know why we're doing it, for whom we're doing it. And for me, it's so much therapeutic, for me, very therapeutic, and a blessing when I can bless others and they're amazed and they want to know how long it takes me to make it, and they're just salivating over the journals. And unless you're like who who are some of the big names out there, guys? uh the book, not Lindsay. Oh, the names phase me right now. There are a few big wigs out there that have been making journals, and they're well known, and everybody wants to get a hold of their journals. Those names out there, those folks with 20 something subscribers and all that, and 15,000 subscribers, those individuals, they are able to put a price such as 60 and $100 for their journals, and people want them, and God bless them. But for many of us, we're not there. I just wanted to share my love, share my birthday with you, share with you what I cannot live without based on the question that was posed on Facebook earlier today. And thank you for my birthday wishes to Danny, your brother. Happy birthday. We have the same birth date. And let him know that someone was thinking of him. Um, and within the next hour plus, my birthday will be over. But again, every day we're one day older and hopefully wiser. I invite you to be a subscriber with me. If you're not yet a subscriber, I would appreciate it. Come on board and let's grow together. I am not uh, I've not been on YouTube for many years. I'm you know, my history is there, but I love providing you with new items and information. And oh, my last winner for my giveaway, my birthday giveaway. If you're hearing and you've seen the video, please send me your address because I will need to post the item out to you. If you're not interested in it, let me know. But the draw has been done, and uh, your last name is Diaz. I don't have your first name with me right now, but your last name is Diaz, and you entered the draw, uh, the giveaway that I was having, the giveaway contest with the lovely uh, array of items. Let me have your address, and I'll send these items out to you. Blessings, thank you. Take care. Bye bye. This is Young's Paper Creations. Just click and subscribe when you have a chance. Blessings.